Hi dear students, welcome to Gita's classes. Hope all of you are doing well. So we know, as you know already, we have all the topics of COSM in our channel and we have done enough revision also. All the question paper solutions are available in the channel. You can go and find out unit wise. It is available in the playlist also. Okay. Now we are going to solve some more problems for unit wise. So first one, the probability that an American industry will locate in Shanghai, China is 0.7. And the probability that it will be located in Beijing, China is 0.4. Probability that it will locate either Shanghai or Beijing is or both is 0.8. What is the probability that the industry will locate in both the cities? Neither city. So first let us define the events. Let S be the event that American industry will locate in Shanghai and B be the event that it will locate in Beijing. So what is given? Probability that it will locate in Shanghai, that is P of S is 0.7 and P of B is 0.4. This is what is given. What is the next one? Either Shanghai or Beijing or both. That means what? P of S union B is 0.8. These are the values given. What is asked? It is what is the probability that the industry will locate in both the cities? Okay. So S intersection B is asked. We know the formula P of S union B, addition theorem. P of S plus P of B minus P of S intersection B. Actually this is given, this is given, this is given. Only P of S intersection B is asked. Okay. So therefore P of S intersection B is equal to P of S plus P of B, just substituting the values. We will get the answer. S union B is equal to 0.7 plus 0.4 minus 0.8, which is equal to 0.3. This is the first part. What is the second question? In neither city. Neither city means what? Required probability will be probability that it is in neither city. It is not located in both the cities. That means what? P of what is S union B? Any one of these, either in S or in B or both, right? So this is P of S union B. And you have to find out neither city. That means 1 minus P of S union B. Okay. So 1 minus 0.8. S union B is given as 0.8. So 0.2 is the answer. Next question, a pair of fair die is tasked. Find the probability of getting a total of 8, at most a total of 5. So this is the sample space we know, because there are a pair of fair dice. That means twice, okay, 2 dice are tasked. So this will be the output sample space. So how many total? 36. So what is our favorable case? Total of 8. Total of 8 means, so required probability for first one, required probability will be equal to in the denominator total number of possible ways. And what are the favorable cases? 8. Total of 8 means it can be 2 comma 6, 1, right, 1, and 3 comma 5, then 4 comma 4, 5 comma 3, then 6 comma 2. These are the total number of 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 divided by 36. Favorable cases is 5 and total number of possible values is 36. Okay. And for the second one, at most a total of 5. So that means required probability will be, this is for the second one. Required probability is P of at most means what? Maximum. Okay, always remember. At least means minimum. At most means maximum. So maximum you can have 5. So what is the minimum value of sum? We can get 2. That is the possibility. Okay, 1 comma 1. This is the minimum sum is 2. So it can be probability of 2 or probability that the total is 3 and probability that the sum is 4 plus probability that the sum is 5. Okay. And we know that for everything it is 36 only. In the denominator it is total number of possible ways is 36. So for sum 1 is only 1. So 1. probability of getting the sum 3, it can be 1 comma 2, 2 comma 1. So 2 plus 4. 4 means 1 3, 2 2, 3 1, right? So this is 3 possible ways. Next is P of 5 means what? It may be 1 comma 4, 2 comma 3, 3 comma 2, 4 comma 1. So 4 by 36. That is 10 by 36 or 5 by 18. Okay. And next question, a small town has one fire engine and one ambulance. Probability that the fire engine is available when needed is 0.98. So let us define the events, read the question carefully and define the events accordingly. So let F and A be the events that the fire engine and ambulance are available. Then what is that given? P of A is, then P of A is given as probability that the ambulance is available. Ambulance is available is 0.92, right? 92. And fire engine is available. Probability that fire engine is available is 0.98. So what is asked? Both find the probability that both ambulance and fire engine will be available, assuming that they operate independently. So probability of A intersection or F intersection A is equal to probability of F into, because they are independent, P of A into P of A. So 0.92 into 0.98. P of F is 98 into 0.92, which is equal to 0.9016, right? Next question. Suppose that we have a fuse box containing 20 fuses. So let us define the events. A be the event that the first fuse is defective. B be the event that second fuse is defective. What is given? One after the other. If two fuses are selected at random and removed from the box in succession without replacing the first. So first we are picking one and we are not going to replace it. Okay. So what is the probability that both the fuses are defective? So if you define these events A and B as, first event is first defective and B occurs after A occurs. Okay. So A intersection B is the event that A occurs and then B occurs after A has occurred. That means what? P of B given A. So P of A intersection means A intersection B is P of A into P of B given A. Okay. Because B depends on A. Right. So P of what is given now? Two fuses are selected at random and removed. Now we have to find out P of A and P of B given A. So totally there are 20 fuses and 5 are defective. So what is P of A then? You are taking one defective from 20. So how many defectives are available? 5. From that we are selecting one. That is the favorable cases. Okay. So 5 divided by 20, that is 1 by 4. What is P of B given A? A has occurred. After that we are taking the considering the next event. That means what? Now there are 20 fuses. From this we have taken 1. We have removed 1, minus 1. So now the status is 19 fuses are available. Okay. In which we have taken, first one is we are taking one defective, right? So one defective is removed. So how many defectives are available now? 4 defectives are available. Here 20 available, in that 5 defective, right? Now available, now 1 is removed, right? So minus 1. And we are removing one defective item. So total will be 19 and 4 defectives will be available now. Understood? So P of B given A, after A occurred, B occurs, then P of B given A is equal to, total is 19 and how many defectives? 4. So 4C1, right? So 4 divided by 19. Therefore required probability is P of A intersection B is equal to P of A into P of B given A. That is equal to 1 by 4 into 4 by 19. That is 1 by 19. Is the answer. And next question. 3 cards are drawn in succession without replacement. And we are defining these events. A1 is 1 red ace. A2 a card is a 10 or a jack. A3 is more than 3 and less than 7. Okay. So let us define the events A1, A2, A3 like this. A is the first card is red ace. Again, second one is depending on the first one. Third is depending on first and second. Okay. So A1 is independent event and A2 depends on A, because after A1 occurs, A2 is occurring. And after A1, A2 occurs, A3 occurs. Okay. So A3 depends on A1 and A2. So what is our P of A1? What is that? First card is a red ace. Red ace means what? Ace is this one. Red ace, how many are there? A. So P of A1. Red ace is totally there are 52 cards. If you remember this table, it will be very easy. So there are how many ace, how many twos, how many numbers. From this table, it will be very easy. You will not make mistakes if you remember this table. Okay. So now ace, how many aces are there? 4. Red ace. So how many red aces are there? Only these 2, right? So 2 divided by 52. That is our P of A1, right? What is P of A2 now? Now we have removed this one card from that, right? First card we have removed. So now total will be 51 only, right? We have removed 1 from these 2, right? So now total will be 51 cards. So P of A2 after A1 occurs. You have to define that, write this clearly. So P of A2 given A1, that is A1 occurred first, that is we have removed 1 card, 1 red ace we have removed. So remaining total will be 51. Okay, what is A2 now? A2 is a 10 or a jack. So how many 10s are there? 4 10s are there. How many jacks are there? 4 jacks are there, right? So favorable cases is 8. 8 C1. We are taking 1 from this. So 10, here it is 4 and this 4. So totally there are 8. 8 cards are favorable cases. From this 8 we are selecting 1, right? And next one is P of, so first we have taken these 2, then we have considered these 2. P of A3 given A1 and A2 occurred, right? So remaining, we have removed 2 cards. So remaining will be, total number of cards will be 50, right? Now, what is the third card? Third card we are taking greater than 3 and less than 7. Greater than 3 means we have to consider this row and less than 7. So these 3 rows we have to consider. So total how many cards? 12 cards, right? So 12 by 50. So what is the required probability? Probability of A1 intersection A2 intersection A3 is equal to sorry, P of A1 intersection A2 intersection A3 is equal to P of, what is occurring first? P of A1 into P of A2 given A1 into P of A3 given A1 intersection A2. After A1 and A2 occurs, A3 is occurring. So just substitute the probabilities. So 2 by 52 into 8 by 51 into 12 by 50. That is equal to 8 divided by 5525. If you simplify, you will get this answer. Okay. Hope it will be useful. Practice these kind of problems. You can definitely get these kind of questions for exam. Okay. And be thorough with these kind of problems. Thank you for listening.